This roast costed a pretty penny. $48 for a piece of roast. My goodness. You guys can see. So this here was a large ticket item. $48? That's crazy. Hey fam, Sarah coming at you with another grocery haul. This grocery haul came up to $480. I think I said I was gonna give you guys prices for a lot of stuff, and I find that this week I was sloppy. I forgot the prices and I'm so sorry. I didn't give the prices, but I don't know if I fully told the total, so I would have written them on the screen at some place or another. But this one that we're about to do totaled $480. Let me give you guys a quick run through of the things that we got from this haul. So first off, it is produce galore. We wanted to stock up on produce because we are on a mission to eat well. We want to eat really well this week. First things we got is this giant case of mangoes. I wanted some mangoes, and the ones that they have there are huge. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this case was 6 for $20, and I mean, I guess it works out because these mangoes they're giganto, like they are very big. I like the fact that they're green because they're not going to go too bad. They're not gonna go too bad too fast. We got a case of broccoli. Y'all, this package was $5. How about we bought the same package? Basically, I think it's like the same thing. Maybe the branding's a little bit different. We bought one this week from the local grocery store. It actually had a little bit less, $10. 10, but you know, sometimes when you're desperate and you have to go pick things up, wherever it's at, if you don't wanna drive across town to go to your local Costco where you can buy things in bulk, yeah, that's what happened. Anyways, we also picked up 2 cases of grapes, and these grapes look so good. They are perfectly crunchy. Well, they look crunchy, so I hope they taste crunchy too. We got some red grapes and some green grapes, and they're both seedless because those are just what we prefer, and they're great for the little ones. We got some pineapple. We like them just like this. It's just really quick and convenient to eat. Green beans, gotta eat these fast. One thing about these, I noticed that they turn very, very fast, so we gotta use them up. Asparagus, we have half a package in the fridge, which we're gonna use tonight, and then we're gonna have to work on these. We also grabbed some spinach. We grabbed some raspberries, blackberries, bananas. And this is a pretty large hand, so we shouldn't run out by the end of the week. Blueberries, avocados, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers, and of course our double package of kale salad. We also grab a package of orange juice, a case of it I should say. It does come in a large box of 4, and we have to stack them all in the fridge because I just don't like them in the freezer. We got some chocolate milk. We ran out of our spray oil. This is the one we use. I keep thinking it's like I keep thinking it is olive oil just by the look of it, but it's actually avocado oil. But it works really well and we've been liking it, so I'm gonna stick with this, even though I'm not a big fan of the mechanism because I find that it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work very well. We got some butter again. Once again, these guys are still buying the unsalted. I said don't buy unsalted. What are they buying it for? Anyways, we got the salted one, got some cheese, sliced one, preferable for the kids. This was once a very common thing in our grocery haul, and it's just taken a back seat, so we grabbed some naan again today. Some chicken breast, sandwich meat. We got ourselves some pretzels, and of course some milk. So we got some bread for the kids, and we got 2 packages of those. So we just throw them in the freezer, and they're good to go because they use these up quite fast for sandwiches and stuff throughout the week. And then we've also been trying to make sandwich one night a week. So we've been making like BLT sandwiches. Though we mostly use baguettes for those, sometimes we use bread as well. So we definitely go through the bread a little bit faster. We grabbed some English muffins and we grabbed 2 packages of those. Some will go in the freezer as well. We got ourselves some coffee. This one has 120 K-cups, which is awesome because now we have some of our girls, a few of our girls are at the age where they can drink coffee. So yeah, we got Fruit Loops. These fruit snacks, we got these ones. They taste really good. The kids haven't bought them. We haven't bought them in a while, and so the kids have already dipped in it since it's been home because they really love this stuff. We grabbed 2 bagels, sesame, and everything. These are the large ones, and we ran out. I use these ones to prep like my meats and stuff like that. Whenever we come home with meats, and I tend to separate them, and I do put them in these Ziploc bags. I sometimes think it would be, I don't know, maybe nicer to use some reusable ones, but it's like dealing with meat. For some reason, I just feel more apt to putting them in a Ziploc bag. That way I can discard them appropriately after, like recycle them. This week we also grabbed some wipes and we grabbed some diapers. Every time these diapers come in here, I keep saying I hope that this is the last round, because little man, he doesn't really have accidents. He's been going number 2 on the potty for a long time, for like I'd probably say over a year for sure. He is 3, he just turned 3 a few months ago, 2 months back or so. And he's been going on the potty for number 2 forever, like literally over maybe not quite a year and a half, but somewhere in between there. And so it's really a matter of just getting him to pee. And he's 3 now, so we gotta get on that. And I'm thinking summer, I can't wait. I'm just gonna be like, outside, let's go. Like, we're gonna get that thing working so he can just figure it out, and we will be out of the stage of diapers. I haven't been buying a lot of clothes and stuff there recently, but it's springtime and the kids are in need of a few things. So they did have this set there for Zoe, just some simple tees. However, looking at them, I'm thinking they look a little bit short, even though size 6 is her typical size. It is so funny when you send like dudes to go buy stuff. Babe's went out, he like, for him, he just picks the things up. He's like, oh, specific size, he'll just pick it up. But for me, even upon looking at it, when I picked it up, I'm like, this is already looking like it's too small. So had it been me shopping, if I was picking it up and I noticed that it looked a little short, I would have just picked up the 7, 8. But it is what it is. So we're gonna have to try that for her and see if it fits. If it doesn't, because I like when she can have a shirt on and she can stretch her arms up and her shirt's not immediately floating up into a crop top, not for a little kid. So I'm already thinking it's like a no. Like, this was 3 for $20, so it's not bad for some simple tees that she can wear, simple everyday tees. But I'm not a fan of the fact that they are like short crop top-ish. So last but not least, like I said, spring is around the corner. I wanted to get her a pair of boots. How do they feel? Where are your toes? Ooh, I love that. Your toes aren't here yet, right?
Oh.
Where are your toes?
There.
Where? Anyways, guys, that is it for our large family grocery haul. If you're new here, we are a large family of 7, and so this groceries, whatever groceries that we buy, it is expected to feed our large family of 7 within the week. If for any reason it looks like, oh, well, they didn't buy much of anything for certain hauls, that's because we only pick up what we need. It means that we already have what we need in our fridge, or we already have what we need in our deep freezer. So we only just pick up what we need to replenish what we need, and that's how one does grocery shopping. I'm not buying stuff to show just to show. I'm buying stuff that we need for our family to eat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little haul. It is very much just a casual grocery haul for a family of 7. We try to stick with just a lot of healthy related things, produce, and not to eat too many things out of the box, and to just make things simple. And I think that's what you can kind of see here without picking. And we also, from time to time, the haul can look like there's a lot more treats in it than should be. And then other times, generally, I don't say needed, but just maybe the right amount. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this haul. Hey fam, Sarah here. Welcome back to our channel. If you guys have been watching, this is another grocery haul in today's video because I am still doing the compilation. This one is, some of this haul is from Costco. I believe $200 was spent at Costco. Truth be told, we have picked up a couple things here and there in the midst, and I haven't been recording. I have kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit with that, but at the same token, I still want to kind of show you guys, for those of you who are always just curious about like what grocery costs here in Canada, and just how much we tend to buy for a family of 7 and things like that. So I want to start off by saying that most of the things that we picked up are things that we actually just needed. We are limited currently on produce. We don't have any produce. We ran out. Produce is one of the various things that they will eat. Lots of fruits, and fruits have been like a big thing that saved us many a times because they will, you know, they'll consume that even on their pickiest days. Okay, so first glance, this is what we ended up picking up. So first things first, we grabbed ice. Our ice maker in our fridge has, I don't know, it's conked out. I don't know what it's doing because honestly we've turned it on a few times and it came back on, but like basically at like the 2-year mark this started happening with our brand new refrigerator. So annoying. So we end up just buying ice. We turned off the fridge section and bought ice, and that's what this is. We actually got 4 bags, I think 3 or 4. The others are in the freezer, and then this one is just here to share. So this is purchased from our local grocery store. I wanted some cabbage because I want to make some cabbage soup. I want to make some cabbage soup, and because we did buy some meat for the meal that I told you that I want to prepare this week, I'm hoping to have a little bit extra so I can also use this to make kind of like a stir fry with some cabbage, and I think that's going to taste really, really good. I also wanted some celery for snacking on, but as well as to kind of go with the meat that I was telling you, that I told you that we bought. Jumping over to the meat, we picked up these 2 roasts. Oh, this one has like, yeah, it's 2. I thought it was 3 for a second, but we picked up these 2 roasts, and one I'm gonna try to slice up really, really fine to kind of help create like a meal for like a stir fry broccoli stir fry tonight. But I'm thinking I'm only gonna have to use one, like half of one to do that, and then I'm gonna have one specifically for a roast that I will put inside of my crock pot, and then the other half I'll figure out what else I want to do with it. But now you can understand what I meant by wanting like the celery and the cabbage. We currently have chicken in our freezer, so we didn't need a lot of meat, but in terms of just like what we kind of felt for and what we wanted, we shopped off of that. Please disregard me if I sound stuffy. Honestly, everyone in our house is sick this week, so we're all a little bit off for the most part. Mostly the kids and myself. I usually don't end up getting sick, but I'm kind of, sometimes I just can't avoid it because I'm around them so much. And yeah, we wanted to get some produce. We grabbed strawberries, and these ones look really, really good. One thing about me, whenever I pick up produce, I do like to inspect them, and so even when hubby goes grocery shopping, I always tell him to do so as well, because strawberries are notorious for having like those hidden rotting ones like in the bunch somewhere. Let me know if you guys have experienced that, but yeah, I'm sure you have, because it's just notorious for strawberries. But yeah, these ones look amazing. They look really, really good, like ready to eat. We got some blueberries as well. Sometimes I get so turned off of like wanting to eat them because I'm like, are these even real? Like, are they even real? Some of them are they're jumbo. They're like this big, like they're gonna be apples soon. And bananas. And we also grabbed a case of apples. We grabbed this box of apples. Sometimes it looks small, but to be fair, it actually has quite a bit of apples in it. And one thing I must say is that I really don't like buying apples anywhere else other than at Costco, because most of the times when we do, the other ones are not that, they don't taste as good, and they also are usually really small, and you usually pay a lot more for a lot less. But sometimes you just have to pick up things for convenience. You may not want to travel all the way to Costco, or you may not want to just go there for one thing. So sometimes you just have to make do with, I don't know, with either without or pick it up at the local store right next door. So we did that last week, and those apples were just not my favorite. They weren't terrible, they were edible, so I was grateful for that, but they were not my favorite. If you've been watching our grocery haul lately, you'd see that we do like to pick up these drinks for these juices from our local grocery store, because yeah, kids like juice. The teenagers, they like to drink this stuff as well. And this is just what, lemonade and peach cocktail and apple juice. Yeah, we buy like a case of juice box. That way the kids can carry it to school as well. But this week, this is what we got, I guess. So we also grabbed some eggs. we are completely out of eggs. Our refrigerator has 0 eggs at the current moment, so definitely need to stock up on that. At the meat, as I showed you, we grabbed bagels, 2 packages of bagels, everything, and blueberry. We mix it up. Sometimes we get sesame. This time it's blueberry, and sometimes we also get plain as well. Then these here are from our local grocery store. They're just some banana chocolate chips. They're banana chocolate chip muffins. Sometimes we buy them at Costco, but the ones from Costco are quite large, and so you run into the issue of, we definitely have to like cut them up in halves and serve them in halves, because no one should be eating a muffin that size at all. So we do not, we kind of go back and forth between that, because sometimes you buy them and they don't get eaten in the appropriate amount of time. So that's why we're trying to be more mindful of just how much, say, carbs or bread type things that we get at once. Even though muffins aren't breads, you can't have them with sandwiches, there's still another type of carb like that, that if it's not eaten, it's just kind of sitting there, and no one wants to eat a stale muffin or stale bread or stuff like that. So we just grabbed 1 package of that for the littles, because they obviously have other things that they can snack on. We also grabbed some bread, and I think we were just out of bread just today. I made a grilled cheese sandwiches for the kids, and we were all out of bread. So that was the end of that. So this is definitely needed. We picked up some Yops. We grabbed the kids some drinkable yogurts. These are the Yops. This one is the assorted pack. And then we also picked up some oat milk. Generally, we like to pick up these smaller packages as well that we can have in the pantry. Sometimes the grocery store has them on sale for like $2 or something along the lines, and then we can buy a bunch and stock it up in the pantry, and that way we don't run out. Whenever we run out in our fridge, we can always just run down there. It's the one that definitely doesn't need to be on the fridge, whereas in this one needs to be refrigerated, and we currently have 2 boxes in the fridge, but I think one is like halfway done. So we also got a case of orange juice. If you guys watched the last video, I was showing you that we bought an individual bottle, but I was also explaining that a lot of times we buy them in the box. And this one is from Costco. We get 4 in here, and they all have to make their way in the fridge. We tried the freezer thing, and it just did not, I didn't like it. It changed the texture and the consistency of the orange juice, especially because the one at Costco does have pulp in it, so it changed it a little bit. It froze it and then it unfroze it, and I don't know, it just did not taste the same. So let me know if any of you guys actually freeze your orange juice, your orange juice box. A few other things that we got is this brownie mix. The kids like this stuff. We also got 2 packages of these Smart Food popcorn. I asked Hubby to pick these up. I've been loving this lately. So I've really been enjoying that. It's kind of like a toss up between that and Skinny Pop. Sometimes I have the Skinny Pop, but it's a little bit it's good, but it can be kind of boring because it doesn't have like a strong taste, whereas in this has a sharp cheddar. Whereas in this is more like a sharp cheddar. Costco used to sell that big bag, but we haven't seen it in a long time. I don't know what's up with that, but we picked those 2 up at the local grocery store. Sometimes we even get it at the dollar store. Apparently they have it there for even cheaper than at the local grocery store. Their packages, I think, is, well, I shouldn't say cheaper, because the packages are a little bit different in size, but they sell it there for reasonable. We also got ourselves some mini eggs. We also needed toilet paper, so we grabbed the package that we typically get. And you guys, okay, so we did pick up juice boxes. We have juice boxes here because the little ones are currently sick, and juice is one of the things that they really love at the current moment. I don't know what's going on, but everyone's throat is just so sore and achy, and they don't want to eat anything, and even water they don't really want to drink, but give them something with a little bit of flavor. I think they also couldn't really taste, at least that's what Zoe said. So she couldn't really taste a whole lot, but give her some juice and she's happy. So we have juice boxes, and I like that because the kids can actually just have their own little individualized juice box, and they just drink that and it's done. And then the bigger kids can also take one with them to school. That kind of wraps up this whole grocery haul. Not too much going on, very simple things, but things that are needed. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I think the total, based on what I told you, is about $270. And as you can see, we had some large ticket items in there. I forgot to mention that this roast costed a pretty penny. $48 for a piece of roast. It's just, well, it's not a piece, it's two. But my goodness, that's a lot. You guys can see. So this here was a large ticket item. $48, that's crazy. It was a toss up between that and the stew beef that they had. And I guess, I don't know, prices, it appeared that the prices were kind of like on par. They were very similar. So that was roughly about $270 worth of groceries. Let me know your thoughts on that. Where you are, wherever you are living, would this amount of groceries cost you that much? I feel like groceries have gone up everywhere. The grocery prices have gone up everywhere, so I'll be curious, but this is what it is here in Canada.
Going into the lemon custard.